Bucky the Ducky Finds a Friend. Written by Heidi Elizabeth Dailey. Illustrated by Taylor, Xerri, and Jessica Weaver.
One morning, Bucky the Ducky spotted a strange object. As he walked over to the square, it rustled and squeaked. Bucky had never heard such a noise come from his beak. From the box popped out a puppy.
Bucky had lots of fun playing with the puppy. The puppy held Bucky up high on her head. He also used the puppy as a really comfy bed. It had been a long time since Bucky had a friend like this.
"Mommy, look, a puppy," cried a young boy. Being the happy puppy she was when they met, Bucky watched his new friend become someone's pet, leaving him alone once again.
Bucky had realized he liked having a friend. Being alone was not for him. He would no longer waddle around, his face looking grim. With this new desire, he searched the park.
Bucky spotted a squirrel who was collecting his nuts. "Excuse me, squirrel, would you like to be friends with me?" Bucky asked. "Of course," said the squirrel. "We'll have a blast." And just like that, the squirrel jumped into the nearest tree.
"Follow me up this tree," said the squirrel. Bucky jumped and he hopped, but he got exhausted and stopped. "Climbing trees is not for me," Bucky said, "but I hope we can still be friends."
The squirrel said they were still friends, but Bucky wanted another. He said, "Maybe by the pond is a friend for me." And so Bucky waddled over to look and see. He was hopeful that his new friend would be there.
Near the surface, Bucky saw a fish. "Excuse me, fish, would you like to be friends with me?" Bucky pleaded. "Of course," said the fish. "A new friend was just what I needed." And just like that, the fish disappeared below the surface.
"Come play in the seaweed with me," said the fish. Bucky blobbed and he looked everywhere, but he emerged completely out of air. "Playing in the seaweed is not for me," Bucky said, "but I hope we can still be friends."
The fish said they could still be friends, but he wanted another one. He said, "Maybe by the sidewalk is a friend for me," and so Bucky waddled over to look and see. He was hopeful that his new friend would be there.
Along the sidewalk, Bucky noticed a raccoon. "Excuse me, raccoon, would you like to be friends with me?" Bucky requested. "Of course," said the raccoon. "I guess I could since I am well rested." And just like that, the raccoon pushed over a near trash can.
"Go through this trash with me," the raccoon demanded. Bucky shuffled and he got sticky, but he had to stop because it was just too icky. "Going through the trash is not for me," Bucky said, "but I hope we can still be friends."
The raccoon said they could still be friends, but he wanted another. He said, "Maybe by the garden is a friend for me." And so Bucky waddled over to look and see. He was hopeful that his new friend would be there.
Zipping through the air, Bucky glimpsed a bee. "Excuse me, bee, would you like to be friends with me?" Bucky wondered. "Of course," said the bee. "With all these flowers, I am much outnumbered." And just like that, the bee darted to the nearest daisy.
"Let's pollinate these flowers," said the bee. Bucky chose a flower and he sat, but he got up quickly because the flower lay flat. "Pollinating these flowers is not for me," Bucky said, "but I hope we can still be friends."
The bee said they could still be friends, but he wanted another one. He said, "Maybe under that tree is a friend for me." And so Bucky waddled over to look and see. He then fell asleep, wondering who his next friend would be.
Well rested and ready to keep searching, Bucky noticed something strange. On his back he could feel soft fur. With his ears he heard a quiet purr. And a cat had joined him while he slept.
A new friend had found Bucky. Finally, he got to do something he liked to do. Bucky could tell the cat liked napping too. With all Bucky's new friends, he would never be alone again. The end.